Hello and welcome back everyone, I'm Banana and this is Aurora 4X, our space strategy game, where we last time tried to build our first navy to, just go boldly where no man has been before. And yeah, I'm here on the missile design view, just in case you didn't know how to get here. It's create a new research, come on, yeah, there we go, create new research project, and then you have the missile design button down here. And if you open that, you, well, get this little missile design viewer or missile design spreadsheet thing. As you all know, this is a spreadsheet simulator. And yeah, we can go for a previous build basically, but we don't want a previous design. Well, actually we don't have a previous design selected, so it doesn't really change anything. You can go and create missile series, which are pretty interesting to me. You can go for laser warheads or enhanced radiation warheads. Basically, these ones would spread radiation, and I think are better for, yeah, there we go. Create more radiation, but have lower physical damage. Those are more things to, go after civilians or, ground-based targets, I think. I'm not really sure, I haven't been that far, but that's usually what this is for. Anyways, in the last episode you might notice that you might know that we designed a lot of fire controls and engines and stuff like that. Some of which are still being researched. As you can see, the missile fire controls, and we have still some sensors in queue. But the rest is done so far, and we have upgraded some of the jump engine stuff. So I think it's time that we design the missiles so we can start building them and design our frigates, because I think we need to design the frigates before we design the jump engines. But we'll come to this. Okay, so our missile engines is, of course, the Greenwood Aerospace missile engine that we designed in the last episode. And now it's well, the component sizes that we want to go after. I think we should start with the anti-missile missiles. These are the things that shoot down enemy incoming missiles. And since missiles always have one hit point, we only need to deal 1 damage. Now, our current warhead strength is 6. So if I type in 1, I don't deal 1 damage, I deal 6 damage, because I allocate 1 missile space point, I just call it, to, well, the warhead strength. So we don't need to do 6, we just need to do, well, 1 damage, so 1/6. That's, well, half of 0.16 more or less, no? No? Weird. Why is this update here? It should be at least something. By type 1 it does. 0.5 is also working. 0.2. There we go. Interesting, it doesn't update anything smaller. Oh, or maybe I just miscalculated. Yeah, could have. Yeah, of course I did. Yeah, sure. But this should be 66666 should be the. Okay, let's go 0.7. 1/7. So we deal 1 damage, and we allocated a really small amount of our missiles size. Could be missile size points to the warhead strength. Once again, we only need to deal 1 damage. Okay, so fuel capacity. I think we detect enemy missiles at 10 million kilometers. Could this be? I'm pretty sure it is. Damn it, I should have wrote this down somewhere. So now we should fiddle with the numbers so we get a nice range to it. Of course, we need to keep it. Whoops. It doesn't take, it doesn't take a comma, which in the German version would be, the decimal point. So that's why I always have the commas instead of the periods. Anyways, the range is, oh, that's million kilometers. 300 million kilometers is a little bit too much. 11 million would be enough. So let's go down to 0.01 maybe. It's 26, it's still too much. 0.5. It's basically just fiddling with numbers here. That's a little bit too low. That seems fine. And that's really, really, really low amounts of fuel, which is great. That's just perfect. The less fuel I put into this, the faster this thing can go, and the faster this thing goes, well, the more likely it is to shoot down things. As you can see, we have only a 14% chance to hit anything that's moving at 10 kilometers a second, and we can reasonably assume that enemy missiles will come in at about 12,000 kilometers per second, so we won't really have a great chance to hit. But that's where the agility comes in. So if you look here, if I point, once again, I type 0.4, our chances to hit go up tremendously. So, but we slow down a lot because it's heavy. But we have about, what, 0.736, no, that's a little bit too much, 26 left to be a size 1 missile. But that shrunk our range quite a bit, so let's go up to 0.8. Maybe go down to 1, 2. Ah, have some rounding errors there, maybe. No, I'm just dumb. It's 8.2. No. Ah, damn it! I just don't do math live. That's just not a good idea, especially when it comes to down to these things. So that's what, 22. There we go. Should look at this number, it's easier. We have a better chance to hit, but still not a good range. But I think it doesn't really matter. 6 million kilometers should be still good enough. We pick up enemy missiles at 10 billion kilometers, 10 million, sorry, not 10 billion, 10 million kilometers. And yeah, then we have some time to pick them up. So I'm gonna fiddle around with this a little bit more. Maybe I put a cut in here so you don't have to watch me fiddling. Okay. I think I'll stop now. I've been just messing around with the numbers a bit, and I can't seem to push this over 22.4%. That's a little bit. It's not that great. I mean, it looks like it kind of falls off. Well, if double the not the distance, but the velocity, basically half the chance to hit. Since our missile is only going at 4,000 kilometers per second, which is rather weird, I think. We, well, still have what, about 44% chance to hit our own missiles, our own anti-missile missiles. So I think this should be okay-ish. It's not the best, but it's, well, good enough, maybe? I don't know. It feels like kind of a waste if only between 1/5 and 1/4 of all of our missiles hit a target that is moving at 10,000 kilometers per second. It feels a little bit weak. It just feels a little bit weak. So if we shoot 5 missiles, only one of those will shoot down an enemy missile. Feels like we need a crap ton of ammo at this rate. 44% close to every second enemy missile. Close to shoot 2, shoot down 1. Seems mediocre at best, but well, what can you do? Well, it has to work basically. So we create a series here, and we're going to call that AMM. No, AAM. No, AMM was correct anyway. So anti-missile missile Mark 1. MK1. There we go. And that's fine enough. So these missiles are called anti-missile Mark 1. Perfect. And that's our new anti-missile missile. That's so redundant. As soon as we get a better warhead strength, We can, of course, tweak these numbers again. We will then just get a little bit less MSP allocated to the word strength, so the missile gets a little bit lighter on the head side, and we can add a little bit more fuel or less fuel and basically play around with the fuel capacity and the agility again. I think the reactor is only active if you go for laser warheads, but it doesn't really matter. So these things are fine for now, and also it's just a size 1 missile. So that's our first one. That's done. Now for a new series, we're going to do a size 6, I think, anti-ship missile. So size 6 should be okay-ish. I think I have my... Do I have it still opened? I think so. There I was playing around a little bit with the command ships and the missile frigates and what I need. You see here, command ship, just small reminder what I need, a huge radar of sensors spotting, and maybe the jump drive, but I'm pretty sure that I want to have that. And, you know, it's just basically a small reminder of what I need to do. But, you know, this is the damage sheet, and we want something that deals 16 damage, I think. And I've been playing around with this here as well. My desired damage is 16. That's what I want to deal, because then I penetrate the 4th layer of armor, and I deal this triangular crater over here. As you can, it's this one actually. Starts with 10, 12, 11, 16, and then goes down here. That's the desired crater that my missiles should, you know, just blast into the enemy ships. So I need, for a usage, I need to use 2.29 missile points at a warhead strength 7 to get 16 damage. That's basically what this thing here does. If I type 25, this should auto-update. Yeah, it does. And then I would have to allocate 3.57 MSP. And here you have the sum of, you know, all the missile usage. But I think maybe we can even go up to 25 damage. We'll try that. Okay, let's go back to Aurora. And back to the missile design, actually. So I said 3.57. Nope. Oh, we only have a warhead strength of 6. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, then I would have to allocate 4. And I only have 2 MSP left, because I think size 6 is the biggest one that I want to do on our first ship. I'm pretty sure. Maybe even lower, but should be okay-ish. So yeah, I think 16 damage, that's the best we can do here. So 2.67, that's fine enough. There we go, just here. So 2.67, we deal it exactly 16 damage. I don't think it will ever, oh it does. Hi, it does round up here. That's weird. But I think doing this will save me a headache when I try to go to exactly 6.0 on this side. Okay, so that's our warhead strength. We will deal 16 damage. As you remember, that's a triangular crater that penetrates to this 4th layer of armor. And now we need to go for a nice range and yeah, just tweak this a little bit. And I'm pretty sure that we need at least 1 fuel. I'm not sure, what was our range for enemy ships? Darn it. I always forget this. I think we had a size 20. Didn't we? Yeah, 1,000 tons. And I think we were searching for hull size 50? Or hull size 20. Yeah, 1,000 tons. Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, I remember now. Our range was about 400 billion. 400 million. We have 500 million kilometers of range, and the missile fire control, I think, was a little bit smaller. No, 400 million kilometers. We tweaked it so it would shoot about the 400 million kilometers. So that of course has to be the range of our missiles at somewhere around 400 million. So we need to push that up a bit. Not 15, 1 point. It's not enough. Maybe 2 then? Not even close. Wow, we need to allocate a crap ton of fuel then. I think 300 kilometers is fine enough. But then we have absolutely nothing left for agility. Nope. 3. Yeah, there we go. So our ships will... Nah, that's... Oh, wow. Oh, that's not good. That is way too... That's not good enough. 2 point... No, we can't go with this. Maybe we need something with a little bit less range. We need to go maybe down to maybe this. Whoops, once again. I'm using the numpad and it's just the comma there, so German version, once again. It's a German keyboard. Because I need to type in German. Anyways, so 260 kilometers, million kilometers, fine-ish, but we're still have trouble with 1.43. Wow, that's even worse. Maybe we go down to a size 5. 200 million kilometers. Or our engine isn't... What if we go for 2 engines here? I don't know if this will work. 1.13, size 5. Ugh, this is not great either, and the range sucks. Okay, once again, I'm going to fiddle with these numbers and then come back once I've, just found the correct values that I want to have. So once again, I'll be right back. All right, enough with the fiddling. I think I found something that I can live with. I stuck 20 engines on this thing, as you can see here. So the total size of all the engines is 2. Then I tuned down the warhead strength to 9 damage. So we're only penetrating the 3rd layer of armor. But I'd much rather have something that hits enemy ships, and I think you could reasonably assume 3 to 5k kilometers per second. So having a good chance to hit is a little bit better than, I don't know, missing every rocket and not dealing any damage. So I'd rather deal less damage but actually hit the target than always miss and go for the lucky punch that maybe just penetrates 1 layer deeper and does actually nothing as well. So I think with a little bit less of a damage value, but more engines, fuel, I think our fuel is a little bit on the low side, but we should get at least, well, we can engage enemies at 1/3 of our sensor range. So I'm not 100% sold on that. So maybe I just add this over there. We lose a lot, but don't gain that much. Don't gain that much of hit chance. Did we have more? No, we can't have more range with this, do we? No, it's almost the same. So we have 120 million, and if I put this to here, and 60 million kilometers. It's a little bit more, but less hit chance. Yeah, I think that's fine. Whatever. That's the best we can do at the moment. So we're going to take this. Yeah, we have a decent chance to hit these at these speeds, velocities. 10k. I don't think that they have anything that moves at 10k. That is pretty gosh darn fast. Anyways, I should rename the series now that I think of it. Nah, it doesn't matter. So this series is called ASM for anti-ship missile, size 6 because it's a size 6 missile, and it deals 9 damage, so D9. Let's call it size 6, 9 damage. That's of course 6, 9. Maybe we remove the dash. No. Let's leave the 69 chokes alone. Good enough. Let's create this. It's currently selected. Do I want to? Yes, because they are these kinds of missiles. Perfect. But we are still not done. Yes, sorry, I know, but we should be rather soon. Okay, so now we have missiles, but we have nothing to launch them from, so we need missile launchers. And for our anti-ship missile launcher, missile launchers. Are these 3 missiles then? Yeah, it seems like. So our anti-missile launchers need to be a size 1 because that's the size of the missile they can basically launch. And our anti-missile missiles are size 1. Perfect. We have just researched the missile launcher reload rate 5, so of course the best one selected here. It's a ship-based system, and we could go down in the size and increase the reload rate. The reload rate. Sorry, but slow down the reload rate. This would mean it launches every 600 seconds, and this launches every 10 seconds. As you can see, you slow it down. Don't be fooled. So suggest a name, Hamilton Fitzgerald. Perfect. It's the anti-missile size 1 missile launcher made by Hamilton Fitzgerald. Perfect. We're going to create this. And our anti-ship missiles are size 6. I'm not going to change anything because it's the same thing. And we're going to call this the anti-ship missile size 6 missile launcher. Awesome. By, once again, Hamilton Fitzgerald. Perfect. Then the next thing that we need is a missile magazine, or just magazine. The missile feed system efficiency, I think, is if the magazine gets hit, it will still feed the one last shell to, or one last missile to the launcher, I think. I'm not sure. And the ejection system is if the magazine gets hit, will it eject all the leftover missiles before it completely gets destroyed, and thus preventing, the catastrophic explosion of your own missiles on your own ship. So if your magazines, your storage for missiles gets hit, you have an 85% chance, and still we could still increase this by researching, but we don't have a better research here. So we have an 85% chance to eject all of the remaining missiles and not completely blow our ships to pieces. We of course take the best armor that we have because that's the lightest one, and we would be stupid if we don't do this. And now we have to choose the magazine size. Now this, on the other hand, is a little bit more tricky if I'm not mistaken, because the magazine needs to have a specific thing that I just can't find. I wrote it down. Yeah, the size. It determines the capacity, right? But oh yeah, no, I remember now. The thing is, if I go to size 10, for example, it has a capacity of 170, but that doesn't mean that 170 missiles can fit into this, but more it has, once again, missile space or missile size points, not space points, it's size points, of course. Makes a lot more sense. Of holding capacity. So I could fit 170 size 1 missiles into this, or whatever 170 well divided by 6 is. Yeah, that's basically what we could do. But I think size 10 should be fine enough. What if we tune up this? Let's go hits to kill 2. I don't know if it really matters, but I think hits to kill, hits HTK, that means hits to kill. So if it gets hit once, you know, by a lucky hit, then it would explode. But if I set this to 2, maybe there's a chance that it won't get hit a second time, or it would take longer until it cycles through this and maybe hits it again. So I think making it hits to kill 2 is actually pretty smart. It's slightly reduces our capacity, but doesn't matter that much. So that's perfectly fine. We're going to call it the same thing, create, done. Now we have the magazines, we have the launchers, and I think this should be mostly it. So we're going to research all of this. Sadly, once again, we need to wait a lot. It's a waiting game. Also a spreadsheet simulator, as you've seen. No, it's not the engine. It's a missile and kinetic weapons, show matching only. Is anybody doing this at the moment? Not really. Anything that we really don't need? I think Isabel Parson, yeah, we need her stuff. You, on the other hand, 9th of December this year. You know what, let him finish. I think Mr. Ferguson doesn't have anything to do. No, perfect. So we'll let this guy finish up his research, and then with all of the available research labs, and then we're going to research the whole missile stuff that we just created. And then we're going to build the missile frigate, not really build, but design a missile frigate, because we need to know how heavy, how much tons our missile frigate will have to design the jump engine. Because as you might remember, our command ship has a gigantic sensor and also a jump engine to jump the whole squad in another system. Now, as you can see here, if I can jump a maximum size of 5 ships, a squad of 5 to another system. But I need to update the size of the engine, and if you can see it down here, with a size 30 engine, I can jump ships up to 10,000 tons. Now I don't know if my missile frigate will be 10,000 tons or 9,600 tons, and it makes a small difference. It makes a small difference in the crew that I need. It makes a difference in the cost and the hull size. So I want to get this as small as possible and really just pinpoint it and fit it to the frigates. So we're going to wait until the frigates are done. Or at least not really done, but designed, before we design the jump engine. Also, Mars is starting to get unrests because we're not providing enough military protection. But we're working on it, Mars. We're working on it. Stay cool, stay calm, stay collected. We're working on it. And as you can see, the turns start to take rather long, which has me slightly worried. Also, oh, wow. Oh, that could be the thing, because he had to reshuffle all the assignments. So somebody got promoted, blah blah. Somebody is building this thing and has finished another one. It's great. It's great. Yeah, so Mars is starting to get some unrest, which is bad. Also, they exceeded 10 million, which is also pretty good, but we are also starting to ship more infrastructure over. Did we already? Yeah, we already finished. In between episodes, I built some more infrastructure, and it's still somewhere around here. Yeah, there we go. Still 790. I'm not personally transporting it over. I made a civilian. See, I built a civilian contract. This company, the Brady company, released a small freighter, and I told them that I supply 770 infrastructure on Earth, and on Mars I said I demand this, and now I think I actually pay them. I'm not sure if I do, but if I don't, that's perfectly fine. I want this to be transported, and this civilian contractor is doing it for me. That's great. I also transported 30 automines to Venus. I don't know if you already saw that, but we finished this. We also have a mass driver and shooting over some of this stuff to Earth. I know the accessibility sucks, but you know, this will all slowly trickle in, and it's really, 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 really good to have it. I mean, it will supply us for a very long time with just a little bit of stuff. Now, IO is getting some love. I shipped 20 mines out and I'm still on. Then, of course, the mass driver will follow. And the thing is, sadly, most of this system doesn't have a lot of minerals. Yeah, see, I mean, it has some different minerals, but 900? Really? 280? Still even... Come on. I mean, really? What is this? Ah, well, doesn't matter. Anyways, we're almost done with our fleet, but we, I think, have pretty much everything that we... that we want. All the components, well, with the exception of the jump engine, are locked in. We now just need to research it, and then we have to build them, and then we have our first fleet. So if you like what you saw, then please consider pressing the like button. Have another great deal, and I really do hope that I see you in the next episode, when we most likely finish our first navy, and then we most likely will jump through either, yeah, well, I guess the jump point one, since it's the closest one to Earth, and we really need to see if, you know, there are some bad guys on the other side. So yeah, thanks for watching again, and as always, auf Wiedersehen.